We live, we live, we
Yo,
live.
Pop up on them, how you mean?
Skirt, bow.
what up, what up?
What's
All
poppin'?
right.
What's poppin'?
Let's see. I mean, I don't
Part
know. I guess
two.
we kind of it's part two. Oh shoot, my fault. Part two. I guess we're damn everything is on, huh? We could we could continue. I mean, we obviously we are. I think I'm like out of that frame. We obviously going to continue what conversation we had started yesterday. I don't know if y'all want to kind of because there's obviously no one in here really. Do y'all want to like do a little warm up and just talk about some of this other stuff that's been going on, or y'all want to just continue where we left off with the Astro?
Shit. We can pretty much, we
Um,
pretty much touched everything on Astroworld.
No, I mean we were still in the middle of discussing, whose fault it was, but I mean, I think, I guess we came to a conclusion on that on whose fault we, for the most part, feel that it is. If
he
anybody
was
else,
enticing it.
yeah, right, like who's enticing the crowd and stuff like that. So, if anything, we'll try to touch back on it after. But for now, we can keep it moving. We can keep it moving. I want to talk about this whole Kyle Rittenhouse situation. I guess that's how you pronounce this kid's name, right?
Kyle Rittenhouse. I don't even know.
Yeah, who cares?
I like how you put it in the Dropbox, bitch Kyle.
I was like, man, I'm not writing this nigga's whole last name out. So the funny thing about the situation is, or it was not really funny, but I didn't know. Obviously, I knew about the situation like when it happened. 'Cause I know this is the same kid that like shot into a crowd of people, if I'm not mistaken, at one of the riots for. I forget which one of these things it was for,
I
but
don't even know if it was a crowd of people. I think it was more of like he was walking. I think it was like he was walking down the street of one not a riot but a protest with
right.
a assault rifle in his hand, and people was like, "Yo, he has a gun," or blah blah blah, and I think people was trying to jump him or whatever, and he ended up killing like two of the people.
Mm.
So that from what I know, that's the situation.
That's
Okay.
wild.
And
And where
so
did this happen?
This
in
happened around the time. Around the time
Not
that
when.
Black
Not
Lives
when.
Matter protest was happening, like
so where
it
he
was-
said
No, I'm saying
where?
where?
Kenosha. I don't even know. Kenosha something. What, Wisconsin or some crazy some shit like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's been on trial. Or I guess his trial just started a couple of days ago, or like a week or something like that. And I don't know. I don't like I said, I don't really know the full details because like I was at the point where I didn't even want to get like the situation just seemed kind of silly. But if what happened the way that Don just said it, like he was walking around the riots, quote unquote, with an assault rifle. And but he wasn't from the pictures that I saw, it seemed like he was kind of walking behind the other like not security, but like the police or the guards and stuff like that. But for the record, he's not like he's not any kind of official, right? Like he's not a police officer, he's not in the military,
Hell
he's
no.
not
He's like he's only I think he's only 17, or he was 17 when it happened. It was
yeah,
weird because his mom condoned him going out there with an assault rifle. Like it's just
The fuck?
he looks like one of them like weirdos, bro. Like if you really peep him, he kind of looks like one of them weirdos who would do some weird shit like that. Like why you?
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what
the apple don't fall far from the tree because my
Yeah.
mama would never tell me to do some shit like that.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah. He definitely fits the bill or the profile of the kind of people that do stuff like this. But it's like weird, bro, because in the courtroom, like when it originally happened, I thought this was something that he was kind of like, completely proud that he did, or that he was gonna straight up say that he did it. But from what I'm seeing in the courtroom, she's trying to like basically say that it was like a self-defense kind of thing,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
he
That's of course that's what he's gonna say. But there's I don't think we have a picture of it. Maybe I can find a picture later. But after he did it and he got out on bail, he literally was in a bar or something like that. First of all, he's not 21. He was in a bar with his mom. He ain't 21. And he had
situation.
He had a
okay.
shirt that said "free as fuck." So
yeah,
it's like,
this situation.
it's
Okay,
like,
okay,
you know
okay.
what I'm saying? He know what he was doing. He know what he went out there for. I don't think he may not had intentions on killing somebody, but he went out there with a gun, and he's probably one of those types like, I got a gun and I can use it. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that shit happens.
Yeah,
That's
and
wild.
I mean, like I said, I feel like just like the people that went out there during any of the riots, they like, well, you were putting yourself at risk for certain situations to go down. If you went out there with an assault rifle, you know what I mean, you kind of were welcoming certain situations like this because, I mean, obviously, I don't think it's a smart idea to run up on somebody that has an assault rifle in their
Oh
hand,
yeah,
especially if
that's definitely crazy.
especially if you're
Yeah.
not equipped with one yourself. It seems kind of stupid.
And the sad
Unless
thing
you
is,
Superman.
yeah.
Right.
The sad thing is that that he may get away. He more than likely will get away with it. They already like canceled or dismissed one of the charges that, like, I think it was like
Yeah, the
having a
weapons
gun.
charge.
Yeah, the weapons charge. They already dismissed it. So yeah, it's like he may get away with it, but
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he did. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Because like from the way his defense seems to be setting it up, they really have like a good self-defense case, I guess, because from what I saw, they were saying that one of the guys that he shot didn't even necessarily have to follow him. I guess he followed him after he shot the first guy. So that's when he ended up shooting the second guy or something like that. So,
crazy.
you know what I mean? So it's like, however you look at it, though, I feel like, it's like you obviously were looking for trouble when you went out there. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
definitely. He seems like one of those just going out there. He wasn't there to just vibe. He was there to look for some trouble, and he found it. And you know what I'm saying?
facts.
Almost risked his.
Especially if you walk around with an assault rifle, hell yeah, you looking for trouble.
Exactly, and he risked his life you know what I'm saying, doing all of that.
That too.
Facts. Yeah, so we're gonna keep up with this Kyle Rittenhouse situation. Like to me, it's looking like he might walk. Maybe I think it's a bit unrealistic that he would do no time at all or get no kind of community service or nothing like that. You know what I mean? Like I feel like he won't get off scotch-free, but you never know.
That's the thing with the law, bro. Like right now, it seems like they'll probably get him. Like he won't get nothing because of the self-defense thing, because you know what I'm saying, the people attacked him. But you know what I'm saying, I still don't think it was right for him to kill them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
of course not.
he was completely in the wrong in everything, but he gonna get off.
Sunshine says Houseway. Houseway what? What do we say? Did we say something stupid? we were saying that we saying that this nigga deserved to go to jail, right?
Yeah, he definitely.
I think she's
definitely should go to jail.
Oh, she's saying like how the situation happened.
No, I'm thinking she's saying like how how is this nigga even gonna get away with it? Like,
well, we
in
fucking
America.
right. I feel like a lot of people, which is a good question or a good statement. I feel like what might contribute to this, funny enough, is these stupidly disgusting pictures of him crying like a baby. I feel like a lot of people,
Yeah.
fell for that crap. You know what I'm saying? Like
A lot of people definitely did, because a lot. I mean, I seen LeBron tweeted about it, and he was getting attacked by people talking about some. Oh, have you ever been through trauma or PTSD and been explaining something? I'm like, yo, I don't give a fuck about this nigga feelings, bro. He went out, he got what
Word, nigga,
he got what he wanted, bro. He went out there looking for trouble. He got it.
Yeah.
Someone who's concerned about PTSD wouldn't go pick up an automatic rifle or assault rifle or whatever and go out to be like, let me go see what happens with this. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
not a cry for help.
That's
come on, bro. It was. I feel like he knew. He's like, oh man, it's best that I be as emotional as possible in this fucking situation. Yeah, them white tears, man. I'm saying, man, white tears work a lot better than black tears. Niggas don't give a fuck about black tears.
Save your white tears. Yeah. That's exactly what
they ain't ready for that convo yet, though. They ain't ready for that.
But speaking on, before we jump to the next topic, I don't think we spoke about, like, said we were gonna talk about this one, but another court case is coming on at the same exact time, and it's literally like, you know what I'm saying, with the Black Lives Matter type situations, you know.
I forgot his name.
The Ahmaud Arbery trial.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
And I was watching a little bit of that one too, and it's like it'd be so crazy because, like, you know, everybody's, you know, has the right for defense, right? And like I'd be thinking like, damn, like people really defending these dudes, like somebody's really standing there and going to bat for these dudes, trying to, you know what I'm saying, get them off of this, like get them, let them get away with this. It's fucking mind-boggling.
Pedophiles and serial killers got to have,
that's what I'm saying,
a defense team too.
I'm watching it and, like, you know what I'm saying, his defense is trying to get a mistrial because one of Ahmaud Arbery's family members or somebody was in the courtroom and they started crying. You know what I mean? Because it showed the pictures of Ahmaud Arbery or something like that, or something like pictures of him maybe after he got shot, and his family started crying, and then the jury started looking back, and now the person who killed Ahmaud Arbery, his defense is saying, "Oh, we need a mistrial because those people were crying. It's gonna sway the jury." Blah blah blah. Which, you know what I'm saying? It's law is law. It doesn't make kind of sense, but.
Oh, he's the one. Is he the one that was like? Which one was he? He's the one that was jogging or whatever in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
I really want to know what that brother was doing, looking for that wood or whatever he was looking for though. Like, what was he trying to do? I really to this day.
They literally hunted down while he exercised. Yeah. He was jogging, he was exercising, and these two decided they wanted to kill a nigga that day, and they killed him.
I mean, I guess why make an announcement about that? That's cool.
Oh, the Spider-Man.
Yeah, like
have fun, nigga.
That word.
Fucking the thing though, the crazy thing though is that, like you said, the law is the law, and I feel like we for everybody GoFundMe.
That's OD.
Yeah, GoFundMe's fucking up the game right now. But the crazy thing is like I tell people all the time, like, you know, you got to really think about it. A lot of the laws, especially courtroom laws and how courtrooms are conjoined and you know how they work. These are laws that were set up during fucking like Ben Franklin times and Thomas Jefferson and shit like that. And you know, like when niggas made the Bill of Rights and all that. So some of these things kind of don't really like, they're not fair to how today's world works. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, cause I mean, like, cause like you said, you know, obviously these days is not like back in the day where they didn't have cameras and shit where the niggas in court could literally show up physical evidence of pictures of dead bodies and stuff like that. They didn't have shit like that. So, you know, and you know, so yeah, the law is a joke. It's definitely, there needs some tweaks. It needs to be tweaked, especially needs to be like updated. I mean, like even fucking games, even if your game, you turn on a game that you ain't played in a fucking month. If it's Call of Duty, you can play it the next day. You can have an update every other fucking day. So,
and not even that, but like professional sports, they update the rules of professional sports every so often. Now it seems like almost every year now. So like I don't see why they can't update the law too.
I don't think they won't, because there's they want those loopholes for that you know what I'm saying. A lot other people know that people like us wouldn't know, so that they can get away with stuff and we can't. You know what I mean? Right. They want those loopholes. They want you to afford a fire, like a super knowledgeable lawyer. They want you to be able to afford that instead of you knowing everything, like, you know what I'm saying, and changing everything. So
that, and they're running on the fact, if you will, of it being around for so long, like Sean mentioned, and like trying to prove a point that this foundation works. You know what I'm saying? Just
the slave
at the same time, but it's it's definitely being taken advantage of, because life is a whole lot different now.
Yeah, just like Sunshine said, we're still running off the slave patrol laws, the Jim Crow laws today.
No, that's a fact.
Right.
That's benefits white people too much. Well, this whole world we live in is that a benefit. It's built to benefit white people. So, and that's partly because it was built by white people. So, not physically, because, you know, white people don't physically do shit. They, you know what I'm saying? They just let money do shit. But, yeah, it's fucking crazy, bro. Kyle Rittenhouse. Like, you gotta really think, like, if this was the other way around, I hate to always bring up this other way around shit, but it's like, gotta think, like, if some black nigga just picked up his AK and just went to some white rally.
Yeah.
I don't think this would be much of a discussion here.
It wouldn't be anything.
He wouldn't even live to make it to the fucking court.
Like, seriously though, like,
that's what I'm saying. There would be no court case.
That's the crazy shit. It's like
there would be nothing.
Nigga can't even. You cannot even be a nigga and shoot some shit without getting killed. So it's like, it's fucking like shit is wild, bro. Like the niggas that did Columbine had to literally kill themselves. Like, man,
had to do the cop's job for them.
Yeah, it's like, well, these niggas ain't gonna kill us. So funny to think alcohol was once banned and they made a law to unban it. Why not other laws? You gotta ask. Yeah, because exactly. Alcohol makes money. It's about the money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because when that time period when alcohol was banned, they had the prohibition, all that shit. They was like, bro, this is money wise. We taking an L. You know
and it's the same thing with weed.
With weed now,
Now they gonna capitalize and tax the shit out of weed in certain states.
Yeah, bro, it's just facts.
You know what I'm saying? Supply and demand.
Yeah, very taxed, super taxed. $100
eighth tax.
Yeah, shout out to Travis Scott. So moving on. I want to talk about this real quick before we get into this other more serious stuff. I want to talk about this Alec Baldwin situation. Real quick. It ain't really too crazy to talk about, but it's just interesting because it's like it's not something that happens. Yeah, it's very unfortunate, like crazy. But so Alec Baldwin, the actor, a lot of people, if you know, I don't think he's popular. He's one of the most popular actors, but he's not in a lot of common stuff of today. They was filming a new movie that's supposed to be coming out, and somehow someone switched a prop gun with a real gun. I don't even know why they would have real guns on a movie set, unless I don't know. But
fucking bugging.
Yeah, so someone, I don't know. I feel like somebody wanted this woman dead, but someone switched the prop gun with a real gun, and Alec Baldwin fired and accidentally killed this girl and seriously injured the actual director of the movie, who I guess was in the line of fire. And so it's crazy. So now Alec Baldwin's like a murderer, and that girl is dead. And why do I keep reading about this nigga in the Spider-Man movie? Anyway, and so, but it's something that has, from what I understand, is never ever happened as far as in movies. So I want to ask y'all about it, or how y'all thought about it. Do y'all I couldn't think of no reasons, but could y'all see why a movie set outside of security would have an actual physical working gun on set? I don't get, sure? Especially these days with CGI and shit.
I was gonna say probably for certain scenes, maybe if the ammo was actually out, but even for detail like that, I feel like there's replicas of everything. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why they needed a real gun on set. Other than that, I can't think of anything else. But even me saying that just sounds like an excuse, because nigga, they fucking, what's that shit called? They 3D print everything. You know what I'm saying? You can just 3D print, spray paint it, do whatever you got to do. There's so many ways around that. So I can't think of any other reason.
I was gonna say
very unfortunate.
I was gonna say,
yes, it happened to Brandon Lee. It happened to Brandon Lee, Casey.
I don't think it was a real gun. Was it a real gun? Because
yeah, nigga.
I'm looking at a prop gun. It's just these prop guns.
Yeah, but from what I read, it was a prop gun, but you can still put a live bullet in a
okay. They put a live bullet in there.
First they were saying it was blanks, but then someone reported that they yelled live gun on set. So if on a movie set, if they say live gun, or they'll say prop gun. If they yell live gun, that means there's an actual bullet in the chamber of the gun.
Why would you have a live gun on it? I understand they want movies to be.
But I think maybe they didn't know there was an actual bullet in the real gun. I'm assuming that had to be the situation.
Who the fuck puts a real bullet in a real gun?
That's what I'm saying. So somebody want to go dead.
Set. Because what kind of sick person could you be? What the hell?
If we're shooting a movie, and I know that Clown films a scene where he is supposed to shoot you with a fake gun, right? And somehow a bullet ends up in this fake gun. Wouldn't that mean somebody clearly wanted you dead? Somebody knew, okay.
Yeah.
That's OD. That's crazy. The whole time I thought it was just a prop, you know what I'm saying, some kind of crazy mistake with a prop gun. Well, it is, but I didn't know it was a live bullet, a real bullet in there that killed. Yeah. I thought, I didn't really do my research on it, but I just thought maybe some tragic, crazy stuff happens with prop guns.
Nah,
because that's what I see. It happened before, but
they was on some extra shit.
Putting a real bullet. They definitely need to investigate that. I don't know. Are they investigating?
Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah! What, man? I seen the yellow tape around the movie set and all that. They're not playing. They trying to figure out and get down to the nitty gritty.
Yeah, man. I'm pretty sure Alec Baldwin isn't going to be held responsible in no type of
way. He seemed very sincere, and I could only imagine the trauma he going through just from experiencing that.
That's crazy.
Realistically, though, if an actor, especially a good actor, were to kill somebody and didn't want us to believe that it was on purpose, couldn't they do it?
I guess.
I guess.
Will Smith wrote in his book that he just put out that he once really considered throwing his dad down a flight of stairs, he was going to kill him. And he wrote that when he did it, he thought to himself, man, I know, but I'd get away with it because the call that I would put into 911 would be the best acting I've ever done in my life. And niggas, who's going to believe Will Smith killed his dad? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy when you think about it. They're actors. He would fucking act, you know.
That's wild.
That's scary to think about.
It really is. It's crazy. Also crazy. Will Smith would admit that in the book. But let's see what it's in here. If we stated that a specific person who was in charge of the guns tried numerous times to teach the actors how to use it. Well, okay. Well, why would there even be?
Oh, wow. Yo, they going too far with trying to make these movies seem
Yeah,
real,
like-
bro. Like,
I'll be like, thanks for teaching me how to use it, but do we need to use a real gun?
Yeah,
Like, can't
like-
we just?
can we like act like we're using the gun?
Yeah,
We're
like
actors.
niggas is not gonna really know.
Yeah.
Cause like, bro, I'm gonna tell you, when I was a kid and shit, I didn't even know, like, obviously, like, let's see if it's a close-up shot, obviously you're gonna want to see the actual, you know, or get a shot of any finger pulling the trigger of a gun, then cut to a wide shot, you know. So when I was a kid and shit, I didn't even think like they were actually pulling the triggers on whatever guns, whether real or fake, that they had. You know what I mean? Like,
They probably got to look into whoever was like really, really passionate about this damn whatever movie they were shooting. They got to look into that person because they probably was like, look, if he actually really shoots her, maybe she could still stay alive, and it'll look extremely real. You know what I'm saying? Like they got to look into.
but she
people like
wasn't
that.
an actress. She was behind she was like a cinematographer or something. Yeah, she was like, which was weird too, because like, why are you even aiming at the fucking cinematographer? I don't
What?
None of it makes sense. But I mean, I don't know. Because like even that, I'm like, why? If he was shooting, he had to have been shooting at a character, and that means he had to have been aiming at the character. How did the cinematographer get shot and not the character that he was aiming at?
Bruh.
Maybe in the cut it was meant for the nigga getting shot at the duck.
And I'm
I
looking-
don't
I'm
know.
looking-
Maybe some shit like that.
And I'm looking here. It said
Oh,
the director was injured too.
Yeah, he was injured too. That's the weird shit.
Yeah.
Like, how does two people behind the camera get injured and no actual actors get injured? That's crazy, but I don't know.
Starting
They
to sound
just-
like bad directing.
They might
I'd
want
I'd
to
have been like, nigga, make sure you shoot that way.
But again, I guess niggas thought, oh, it's a fake guns regardless, so we good. You know what I mean? But
Bruh,
shit.
they may need to leave the live bullets and anything close to a real gun away from movie sets, bro. That's all.
And bro, and then
Star.
And then, like yesterday or the day before, like Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, made an official announcement that on none of his movie sets anymore will they use real guns. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? This whole time,
So
in
y'all
all
was
these
using
movies-
real guns?
Yo, what?
in all these Fast and Furious movies.
Niggas is out here using real guns.
Oh,
Niggas out here going
Why?
ba, shooting
Why?
right past the director's ear and shit.
Yeah, right. I'm shooting movies with y'all niggas using real guns around me. What the hell? I think they
Like,
use real
yeah, just
guns
make sure
for
you
the same
shoot that
reason
way.
they
We be
do real
good.
sex
It's gonna be a
scenes.
dope shot.
But case even with the sex scenes, 9 times out of 10, especially these days, the Hollywood sex scenes are simulated in some type of way. You get what I mean? Like, they're not all the time. Is it two people actually having real sex? Or
Yeah,
close to
it's, a lot of times they wearing like some kind of strap on because sometimes you see it where it's like keeping
Right.
them from actually having sex, but it looks like they're
Boom, yeah,
naked and
like
shit.
a thing on them. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like you say, yeah, he probably was aiming at the camera because it was showing it from the victim's point of view. And I was thinking that too. But again, even for that, not only do you not obviously need to use a real weapon, you technically don't even really need to pull the trigger. You get what I'm saying? Or like, you know what I mean? You don't need to, you know, because you could even use CGI or even a blast effect if you want to be practical to get that blast on the camera of the gunfire. But you don't need to really shoot. You'd shoot the camera. Like, especially if it's right.
But detail is so important, and as far as like making things look so real, so
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably why they get shots of people firing the real guns and shit,
I think
but
they
then
just
nobody's
go too,
actually getting hit.
I feel like they just go too far. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
no, they
there's-
took it too far.
Yeah. There's a lot of ways they can make things look realistic without possibly harming people. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like
Big
like
facts.
in the movie industry, I feel like some people probably take it like real, like way too far. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even in the industry, and I feel like I know that.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, just thought that was an interesting thing to talk about. Definitely gonna keep up with that, see what happens. Next thing let's talk about real quick. Anybody see Dune? Did you guys talk about Dune? If you guys didn't see it, we don't got to talk about it. You
I
guys saw
actually
it?
didn't see
seen
that.
it.
Where can I watch that? HBO Max.
It's on HBO. It was only for 30 days. I don't know if it's been a month yet. Maybe like
I think I still seen it on there. I just haven't watched it yet.
yeah, it should be on there. It's pretty good. It's all right. If you guys had seen it, then we talk about it. But it's a bunch of shit.
Wasn't there another movie that came out recently?
I feel like there was, but I couldn't really remember if it was like worth what it was or if it was worth even bringing it up.
I feel like there was something recently that
Shit,
came out. I just can't
what it
remember.
was, bro. Yeah. So let's see. That's all right. So before we talk about, we're gonna end it talking kind of about this Facebook metaverse, which I hope you guys know a lot more about than I do, because I really know shit. So
Oh yeah, no, we got a good idea.
okay, cool. So before we swing into that though, let's talk about this. Well, I guess in general, we're just gonna talk about this domestic violence thing, or let's talk about Gabby Polito. Petito? Is her name Polito or Petito?
Petito.
Oh,
Petito?
Gab Petito. Yeah.
Gabby Petito and Brian Landry or Laundry?
I think it's Laundry.
Laundry. Brian Laundry.
Last name's Laundry.
Brian Laundry, who both are deceased, obviously, that
Yeah.
and the situation that led to that, and how it relates to these. Y'all don't watch Insecure. I do not watch Insecure.
Insecure.
I do. Insecure is pretty lit.
How did that relate to? Did we say something that involved Insecure? Or?
No, we didn't say anything that revolved around it. I think
is it a movie or something?
No. Insecure is a show. It's a show. Issa Rae.
Oh, no, I don't watch that. But
Team
I'm
Lawrence.
dead. She said Team Lawrence. I'm weak.
what's that?
I'm weak.
I don't know who Lawrence is.
Yeah, nah, it's a character in the show. Issa. Well, if y'all plan on watching it, because I'll dead just like
I mean,
why she's saying
I'll
that.
check it out since y'all mentioned it. But I probably when it comes to shows and long episodes, I'm really picky with that because
Well, no,
that
these
thing
episodes are only 30 minutes long. They're not that much. Only
Oh.
like the first episode of the season and like the last episode be an hour long, but everything in between is always 30 minutes. So it's not that bad.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. Yeah, Team Lawrence. No, we were chatting movies. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's why you brought it up. Okay, makes sense.
So I tried to give y'all a show. Nah, appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Yeah,
I'm the only one hip though.
Yeah, it's the only one. I know it's like the last season, that I do know.
Yeah, we're on the last. It's on the last season right now. Yeah.
Got you. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna go take care of something in for like 2 minutes and like 5 minutes, but we'll kickstart this conversation and I come back, then I'll jump back in. So let's talk about Gabby first, right? So for those of you who aren't aware of the situation, I believe Gabby Polito was reported missing at some point. Right? That's how it went. Who reported her missing originally? Was it the boyfriend or was it like her parents?
It was her parents.
Her parents. She lived with her boyfriend. They were on some like white people adventure, and she went missing. The boyfriend came back home to his parents' house in Florida, I believe, right? It's somewhere in Florida, is it? Or is it
I think so.
Yeah, Florida.
I think it was somewhere.
Yeah, I think it's somewhere in Florida. And so the kid came back to the house, his parents' house, which is where they lived, without her. And from that point on, there was a big I don't know, like craziness of who killed this girl or where she was. They eventually found her body. Eventually, we all assumed had to have been him because there were police reports and stuff like that. They had gotten involved with police on their white people adventure. And eventually they found Brian Laundry's remains as well. So
yeah, that I didn't know. I heard everything as much up until when they found that she was missing, and then they were trying to bring him into questioning. But I had no idea that he ended up being dead too. That's crazy.
He killed himself. Well,
yeah, I'm sure he
supposedly killed himself. Well, however the legal term is, but yeah, he killed himself.
Oh, how was he found? If you don't mind me asking.
They didn't get too specific.
They just found his. Yeah, you're right.
They didn't. Oh, they didn't even give the details yet.
Some people saying that like somehow there's some weird stuff going on with it. Some people saying that his parents set him up to leave the country, and it's not even his remains that they found, because apparently they found like bits and pieces of his remains and stuff like that.
And they said there was and it was like a backpack with it. Here's my thing, right? Obviously nobody murdered the kid, right? So the only other way he could have gone was which is what they're basically saying, is that he killed himself, right? Mm-hmm. How do you kill yourself and there be remains? What do you do? He used a knife and chopped himself up into a bunch of pieces, and then
that's what I'm saying. Like, how does that even work? So it's like, and was he in a bag, or was he just chopped up and found?
Like I said, they didn't get too specific. From last thing I saw, they were just releasing details that they found next to his remains. They found like a backpack or something with papers with his name on it or his writing or something, so they knew it was him. But from what I remember, maybe somebody, if you know more than me, you could correct me in the chat, whatever. But I don't think they ever mentioned like, oh, we found a whole body. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, they didn't say that, which I don't understand why they wouldn't.
Weird as fuck. Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
That's
like
very weird.
yeah. No,
killed
I don't know.
himself
To
in a
me,
few
I just
different
feel
places or
like
something. I don't know, but
how he yeah
yeah, like
like
what,
you know what I
like
mean.
chop piece of his arm off and go somewhere else. I don't know. Like, why would they just say his remains? Don't make no sense. They
Yeah,
should say
because like I said, the only time they would usually use the term remains is when the body is not fully intact. But again, I don't see how he would have ended up in that situation
And my thing
if he
is,
killed himself.
I
Unless he
understand.
jumped off of something
I heard insecure. Oh, insecure.
and like broke up in a bunch of pieces or some shit. I don't know. I don't know.
My thing.
I don't
Now
believe
hold
he killed
on.
himself. I feel like his parents shipped him off during that time period. During that time period when he came back to the house and allegedly they claimed he wasn't there, he left. I feel like they was hiding him somewhere and in the middle of the night or whenever they got rid of him type
That
shit.
my thing is they had too much respect for like him
Sure.
after for Brian Laundrie, like the media and the cops, the FBI, whoever was searching for him, they had too much respect for him after like finding, you know what I'm saying, Gabby's remains and or finding Gabby's body, and they had too much respect. They're saying, oh, they were saying that he was missing. First of all, they should have been saying, oh, we're on the hunt for Brian Laundrie. You know what I'm saying? They were
Yeah,
saying he's
so from
missing.
what I'm seeing here, it's not that they found remains. They found a leg
How do
from like the calf down, just a
All right, so
leg.
my nigga, what he
yo
did?
what?
But what he did?
And
He cut
no,
off.
but get this, it's even dumber. They said the leg has a tattoo on it, right? With three people's names on it, but they can't identify if it's his leg.
Bruh.
If somebody get a tattoo, niggas gonna know. I'm sure he took a few Facebook pictures and showed he had a tattoo. If he don't got them Facebook pictures, that's not his leg.
So they found a human leg right next to his backpack.
That Majos Reed.
Yo, what's up with?
So what? So
Nah, what kind
what?
of crazy, weird mafia shit is this people on, bro?
Yeah, unless he was either he was either killed by the mafia or he was killed by some type of monster in the wilderness that ate him and took his leg and placed it very conveniently right next to his back.
So they knew what was happening.
Yo, come on, my nigga.
Oh my gosh. You can never
That's
have too
crazy.
much respect for a white man. This nigga.
Shit's wild, my nigga. Like I don't
That's
know. I
OD.
feel like
That's OD. I didn't know that it was just his leg that they found, bro. That is wild.
bro, it's kind of fucking OD.
Florida, yes, it's only in Florida.
But yeah, I'll be right back, and then we're gonna get into the other half of this. But
All right.
Nah, that's but
I
yeah,
know that.
nah, that's OD wild. They found only his leg. And like I said, when I want to go further on when I said that they showed too much respect for him, you know what I mean? Like when they said
Yeah.
remain, and they wasn't really being honest. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah, these reports are very confusing though, because I'm reading a different report and it's like they're saying they can't verify how Brian died, but it's like, but then I just read one that said it was only his leg. So how do you know if he's dead? Like, I don't get that.
that's what I'm saying.
Like,
They
it's-
not being honest with this situation. Somebody's like messing with the narrative here. And when was the last
Facts.
report? Because I know this happened a minute ago, or he was dead. And
Yeah, the articles I'm looking at are
and
from
a lot of people did say that. I did remember people saying that he was dead for a while and animals ate him. But yeah, I just pictured that in my head and it just messed me up. But I don't know. That just sounds like I don't know what to believe in that situation, man. I hate to think conspiracy, but I really think his parents pulled some crazy stuff off, man. Because they were originally trying to hide him.
Oh, okay. Never mind. It was his leg along with his bones. So just like you said, it looked like when they found him, it was probably just so long and probably animals started eating on him and shit.
God damn.
But they did find a note. They did find a notebook nearby. But that's crazy though.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, they were definitely caught up in some shit. And most likely, I hate to say it, it could be the other way around because, the world works in mysterious ways. But it most likely could have been a situation that he was caught up in. And you know how the streets go. You get caught up in the wrong part of the streets, you get dragged. You drag anybody that's near to you in that motherfucker too. You know what I'm saying? So it could have also been a situation like that. But
you talking about Brian Laundrie?
yeah, because now we kept reading a bunch of different articles, and then one I ran into matched everything that we were just talking about, and it said that his remains were found bones mostly, but also the leg, and
Somebody
the
somebody fed him to
notebook.
the wolves.
It says they
Yeah,
confirmed it with dental. I don't know, man.
They were got into some messed up stuff, bro. That's my theory on it.
Who got
So
some messed up
I
stuff?
believe that Brian Laundrie, either him and his people, his parents, got into some messed up stuff. You know what I'm saying?
And killed homegirl?
Not either they killed her or Brian Laundrie and Gabby. You know how they went on the trip. Brian Laundrie before like a while back when it first started, people were saying that Brian wanted to sell Gabby to sex trafficking. That's one thing. You know what I'm saying? That's one like
that's dragging it. Oh,
yeah. But
Yeah.
it maybe not because that shit happens. A kid just got killed by some girl's dad who he was selling her to sex trafficking. You know what I'm saying?
How the fuck do you even catch somebody selling somebody to sex trafficking?
I don't know. I didn't read too much on the story, but he killed the dude. He killed the son.
And how the hell do you even sell somebody to sex trafficking?
Apparently, there's ways, bro. I don't know.
The fuck?
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. We in a crazy world right now. People really selling females to sex trafficking. So that was a theory of what happened. But yeah, I think there were some crazy stuff happened. And it's sad because we really not gonna find out the truth unless his parents know something.
They do.
Yeah.
I don't know. If they confirmed it with dental records, maybe he's really dead. But I just find it hard to believe because it just seems like
The black
I
market.
feel like the what? Yeah, I don't know. I wish he told the true story before he just ended his life. Yeah.
That's facts. Well, maybe in his notebook they just probably ain't say nothing yet.
Yeah, facts. Maybe all that stuff. I feel like if he really did kill himself, he had to have written some sort of
Wait.
what's it called?
What's regular?
What's like,
Selling people to sex trafficking?
oh yeah, I guess
yeah,
that's what she's saying. Yeah.
Fucking OD, bro.
yeah. No.
There was
Unfortunately, it is.
there was a kid. There was a dude that died. I forgot his name. If any of y'all in the chat know, he died. He was sitting out by like the water, and after the Gabby situation, his mom was like, "Yo, you guys found Gabby, but nobody's talking to me about my son."
Oh,
And
yeah.
they ended up finding him, and when they found him, apparently his organs were missing. So that kind of stuff is like, I'll be thinking like, what the fuck, like that's just mind boggling. It's something that I can't wrap my head around.
That's crazy, bro. Stay off the streets. Yeah. So anyway, based on this relationship situation or this looking at the Brian Landry Gabby Petito situation, yesterday something went down on the internet, I guess, between the baby and how do you say her name?
I don't even
Danny
know
Lay.
how to
Danny
say
Lay. Danny Lay.
Danny Lay. Danny Lay.
Lala?
No, it's
Oh
Danny
yeah,
Lay,
yes.
nigga.
I thought it was that too. I thought it was was
I don't
like
even know
Dan,
what I just said.
but Danny Lay. So I'm gonna let if any of you seen the video. I'm sure y'all seen it, right? Obviously, EJ.
Oh yeah,
Seen the
I've
video
seen everything.
of him and her arguing.
Yeah. So explain what exactly happens in this video of what took place. What it seems like took place.
Pretty much is just I don't know if y'all ever been around real deal baby mama baby daddy drama. That like he was pretty much just saying that he wasn't with her, they aren't together, and she wanted to stay at his house. And
All right, now
he
who would you
kicking her
say was
out.
that?
What?
Who would you say was the agitator in this situation?
I
In,
I
in,
would say the baby.
in my
Why would
opinion,
you say?
in my
Yo, yeah,
opinion, it like the way I put it is the baby probably just can't deal with her like postpartum rage, because that's from what I seen her and it looks a lot like a postpartum rage, right? And you know what I'm saying, like I don't even know who to say who really at fault in this situation, but it just like it just seems dirty. Like I feel like both of them did stupid shit in the situation.
Yeah, and I'm not saying anybody's at fault in my opinion. What I would say is that like as far as who made the situation worse, I would have to say it's on him because
why?
regardless if they having issues, you know what I'm saying, that's one thing. But like one thing I've noticed just from seeing the baby from afar, like whenever he's on social media, even when he's talking to fans, even when he may say like the most straight up asshole shit, he be joking half the time, or like he just be like sarcastic. Like that's like his sarcasm in a way. So like when he started like, putting her on camera saying, "Oh, this is my side bitch. It's my side bitch."
He's OD with
Like
that.
it kind of sounded like, he was almost teasing her, like he was antagonizing her. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that may be how he feel now. Like, like I'm not really trying to deal with her, and she's on side bitch timing, and whatever. But it's like, my nigga, like, deal with your issues, and you feel me? Like, I don't know. I've never been the type of nigga to want to put my business, my relationship business, like on blast like that. So just the fact that they was even on Instagram Live,
Yeah, that was OD.
or
That him being on Instagram live with her, that was
that while she
OD.
was still there, like I thought
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
mad
yeah.
immature.
um,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He provoked her. That's
he
exactly
provoked
what he
her.
was
Yeah,
doing on
exactly.
Instagram Live. And
Yeah,
like I said, she probably been annoying the shit out of him with the postpartum, and he's
yeah,
probably like, yo, you gotta go, and he probably really don't want to be with her. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like he probably she
yeah.
probably is really like his side chick, because apparently, from what I know, I haven't looked it up yet. He hasn't his original baby mother is pregnant right now with one of his babies. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this, right? I'm gonna have to play devil's advocate here because
Yeah, no, you
I'm
must.
gonna tell you straight up, I don't think the baby's at fault at all. I think he straight up didn't do nothing wrong. First off, I feel like in life people need to start, especially when it comes to things, whether it be between men and women or between partners, whatever, people need to start splitting blame 50-50, just like they split the responsibility of a child 50-50. You get what I'm saying? Or they
Mhm.
expect it to be that way. So, one, if that girl was already in the baby's house, as we could see in the video, he clearly let her in, unless she's very good at breaking and entering,
Yeah.
like Catwoman or
Right.
something like that. He clearly let her in. From what I've read, she's been living in the baby's house with the baby and their baby for 3 months at least, right? So, and again, as far as responsibility, if you are someone and you're an adult and you're having consensual sex, and you know the person you're having consensual sex with, and you know it's someone like the baby, Future, Young Thug, Drake, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
These are guys that it's like you can't even. They have many side chicks. You're every chick they're with is basically a side chick,
Yeah.
because who's to tell who's really the main chick just because you have a baby with
Word.
these men. And that's another thing that I think is and I'm gonna say it, I think it's a woman thing, that a woman problem is a lot of women feel, especially if they have a child with a man who has no other child, especially with anyone else, or even if he does, like in this case, they think that makes them some more entitled to something. You may think that, but in the mind of most men's head, nah, because we all understand most pregnancies that happen aren't, and like this one, I'd assume, wasn't exactly a planned pregnancy. You get what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So I don't get why women would think that a man getting you pregnant would change his behavior at all, especially if he's as privileged as the baby, where he has money, he could go, you know what I'm saying? Like the nigga could go do whatever he want to. He could be on the other side of the world, whatever.
Mhm.
What would make you think that that situation, because for example, everyone that I've talked to about this has tried to make it seem like the baby is some kind of devilish nigga because this situation happened in the presence of his child or with the mother of his child.
Oh yeah,
That
nah.
same shit, if we talking about his actions and him putting it on Instagram or what he said to her, that same shit would have took place with or without them having a child. Clearly, you get what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, exactly.
So in my head, it's like my point proven, exactly like you having a child with these niggas in their head, especially when you're rich like them. To niggas like the baby and Young Thug and Future, having a baby, a child is like just like a bracelet or something. You get what I'm saying?
Word.
Because
Yeah, that's true.
it's literally just another small bill that they have to pay. So how is it the baby's fault? That does not mean his behavior was appropriate or that it was called for, because it was not. You get what I'm saying? He
Mhm.
shouldn't have been. If you want to be technical, you shouldn't talk to nobody like that. Like we all
Yeah.
remember back in middle school, even when you said something bad to someone, or whether it be a girl, boy, whoever, the teacher would grab both of y'all and be like, "Yo, don't you make you look at each other and apologize and say, don't do that to each other." You know what I'm saying? So I don't see why it's like now shit goes down and all of a sudden, oh, kill men because the baby's a bad person because he cursed out this girl on Instagram Live. like EJ just said, and unlike her, it's not women's fault. They have postmortem situations after they have a child. Some emotions are different. Some women, it's like it varies.
Mm-hmm.
He clearly was trying to deal with this for 3 months at least. What we saw in a little 50-second Instagram clip, we cannot use to determine the length of some. You know what I'm saying? There's probably
we
times
don't know, and we don't know what
know.
happened. Like we don't know how she was behaving outside of the live word.
Hey,
Oh, she
boom.
probably was
That's
doing.
what I
The
try to tell
last
niggas
time
too.
these two people got into an argument and he didn't turn on Instagram Live, she could have been throwing shit at him. She could have been scratching him. She could have been trying to stab him. You get what I'm saying? Maybe that's why he even felt like, yo, let me go throw on Instagram Live just so whatever the fuck happens, people can see. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. And that's the one thing I did pick up from her is that like she was very upset, and obviously like way more upset than he was. And while it may seem like she was just upset, about him, putting her on blast, it was obviously more than that. And I wouldn't be surprised if, like you said, she felt like, entitled, and it was on some like, regardless of all the bitches you fucking with, I'm the most lit one. Why you not fucking with me type shit? Like,
but my
almost,
nigga,
and that's the energy I was picking up on is what I'm saying.
That's the energy. And I had the conversation with someone else yesterday, and they were saying the same things. Like, but it's like, bro, am I not fucking with you? You are in my house right now. Like
But
the conversation I had with somebody, they were basically trying to make it seem like, oh, because of that incident that occurred, the baby is less of a father. He's not as good as first. Like, nigga, I'm taking care of this damn child. And it's not even just financially. Obviously, I'm in the presence of it. I'm here. The mother is with me in the house of it. Just because me and the mom obviously don't get along and shouldn't be forcing this this relationship, doesn't mean that because I'm a terrible nigga. She clearly said shit too.
Yeah.
The only difference from what I seen in that video between his behavior and her behavior is that it was on his Instagram Live. So he was obviously like the jester. He was in control of what was going on.
Well, I just see a simple thing is she caught feelings and had a baby with the wrong nigga. Like he's not like, for it. Like you know what I'm saying. This nigga clearly has another baby mother that he probably wants to completely be. I don't know what their situation is. You know what I'm saying?
He probably don't want to be with nobody. He probably just want to fuck home.
He's just doing him,
living his life.
And that's the thing when it comes to dudes of this status, for the most part, because not everybody's the same. But like when it comes to dudes
girls
like this,
don't like to date
obvious,
niggas like the other niggas. Girls will spend the whole year jocking niggas like the baby, and then when he does shit like this, oh, what a dickhead.
Yeah, all hell breaks loose. Yeah,
but y'all don't want to date Poindexter. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't want to date.
But I think the main issue is his other baby mother. That like what I think from seeing what I seen, because she mentioned him like because she was like, oh, he wants to fuck his baby mom and me at the same time and blah blah blah. So nigga, I'm pretty sure she's a huge
niggas do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Most niggas do.
And this is my thing. You can say whatever, and it's true. Men are shitty. They're terrible. They do terrible fucking things. But what I do not understand or get in life is when we all know these things, and then we like, for example, we all know the whole stereotype with Jamaican niggas, right? And girls will go date Jamaican niggas. They get into what I call the Jamaican nigga situation. And then they're like, oh, and it's like, well, you knew that this like not justifying what he did and saying it's right, but you knew the type of nigga you was getting involved with. How did this girl know of the baby? And clearly she must know the baby as much and more than we know of him, right? And you're surprised he want to fuck his baby mama and you?
Like I said, she caught feelings for the wrong nigga. Like he probably was spitting some crazy ass game there or something.
Bro, and the secret for these females, if you really want a nigga like that, you gotta, just like any other nigga, you gotta want a nigga for who he is. If you really want that nigga, you gotta deal with it. You feel me?
Why you think Cardi B eventually stopped complaining about the Offset shit? Because she realizes like, bro, this nigga's not gonna change. You think Offset literally has a song in the lyric. He says, "Fucking other bitches with my bitch on lock." That is literally a lyric in the song. You can Google that shit and see that shit. You know, you think Offset's only fucking Cardi B? Come on, bro. But clearly she knows this, but she deals with it. And again, she can debate
just tells this nigga, don't bring no other baby around.
Boom. And at least she's still bossed up, doing her thing, worrying about herself. You would never catch Cardi B in this situation at like Delilah, whatever her name is. You get what I'm saying? Like, Danny Lay.
He said Delilah.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? Like, and I don't know. If you want to take it even further in the conspiracy thing, it's like I feel like this could even be one of them situations where they both setting this up just to get her more clout. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I thought
And
about
not for
that.
nothing,
I
I
thought
agree
about
with
that too.
Nadlin though. I agree with Nadlin with him going live, and not for nothing. That was another thing I did pick up on because he's already like kind of like a target, you know, in the eye of the public. You know what I'm saying? So he was definitely trying to like divert some of that attention quickly. Like, yo, look, she the one acting crazy, y'all.
But he's also very kind of not smart, as we saw
Yeah,
from
I
the
know, I know,
situation
I know.
thing,
Yeah, I know.
because
Because he still made himself
like
look dumb.
yeah, because you're not at the end of the day, you're not in the right. You know what I'm saying?
No, exactly.
If you was
Yeah.
in the right, then you'd be like, okay, broadcast this shit. But why would you go turn on your Instagram
And-
live camera to show you being a
Because that's
dickhead
what
to your baby
because
mama?
that's what an immature hood nigga would do.
And you know, it's
But
funny.
you notice how girls like dating immature hood niggas, and
And-
then
yeah, and you know another thing.
It's a shame I'm not one.
Another thing.
word, right? I wish I was an immature ass hood nigga before I be getting some.
Another thing I want to bring about that situation is about him talking about some calling the cops or like, you know what I'm saying, and making statements like ain't that considered snitching? Like to these niggas,
No.
it's snitching, bro. This nigga was talking to the cops.
Not in my opinion. Snitching is
Nah,
if
you dragging
tell
it.
the
I would
cops
say
and
he
the
was.
feds
I would
about
say he
any
was trying
kind
to
of
avoid a domestic violence
Yeah,
case because he
and I
just
see
had the
that.
LBGTQ on his
nigga, I
ass.
wish a girl would try. I'm gonna be singing in there. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, nigga, she tried to stab me, shoot me, kill me.
Nigga, that's snitching, boy.
Nigga said I
snitching.
be hitting that nigga.
That ain't snitching.
That nigga-
Snitching is snitching on a federal crime of shit of real niggas doing crime conspiracies or a crime family. That's snitching. Yo, baby mama trying to kill you. That ain't snitching. That's you. Not snitching at all.
Nah,
That's you covering your ass.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, which obviously is what at least was on his mind. Like you said, I think Clay, from given his situations he was already in, you know, he was trying to be on some like, let me be.
He was trying to be on the defense real quick.
Yeah, but clearly, like I said, backfired because you're not in the right. Even though I don't think he was in the wrong, I do not also think he was in the right because he should have just like. And again, you know, like it's like a catch-22 situation because in that situation, for whatever started before the camera started rolling, whatever she did to piss him off, like I said, I'm sure she said something that was pretty, you know, that he didn't like. What can you do these days? Like, I'm not jacking fighting no girl, but it's like, it's niggas we used to sit there and let bitches go off. You know what I'm saying? Talking about my mama, all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like slapping me in front of my family, all type of shit. Sorry, bro. That's a no-go for me. It ain't going down like that.
Nah,
So this is like
I feel you. I hear you. But you know how hip hop culture is. Like that's too he definitely like you see on that shit. He can't rap about not talking to cops no more. In my opinion, he can't.
My eyes, he can. Because like I say, he ain't snitch on no drug charge or no murder charge or nothing like that. Word. Because if the other way around, she would have did the same exact thing to him. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Yeah.
You gotta protect yourself. You ever see this shit when I think it was on Drink Champs, when Pharrell was on Drink Champs and they was asking him about if he would call the police, and they was like, bro, I paid too much taxes to not call the police in a situation where
no,
you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna snitch on nobody, but if it's coming to protect myself, I'm gonna protect myself, nigga. I'm not going. You know what I'm saying?
No, facts. No. I'm with you on that, but I'm talking about like the rap culture, how they feel about snitching. You know what I'm saying, and talking to cops, right?
What?
They need to keep that. They need to keep that. They need to keep that same energy. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to this, because she actually got locked up, and it said that he on the thing. It said that he was talking to the cops, and he made a statement, and that's what made her go to jail for assault.
Good for him. Go him. This is the same problem. This is why, just like how black people ain't really unified, this is why women are more unified in reality than men. Because if there was women that was having this podcast right now, they'd be like, "Go, girl, you should tell the police." Niggas be like, "Nah, nigga, you a snitch. You a bitch ass nigga." Like, no, nigga. If someone puts their hands on you or put you in a situation where you might go to jail for a domestic thing, do not get yourself damned up for that shit. Because that's some shit that cannot come off your record. If that girl said anything that jeopardized his shit to actually go to jail, what you think? You in the room talking to police and your career's on the line and Shorty said this, I'm gonna tell the real story. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let them go down that the baby beat his baby mama in the crib or what. Hell no.
Don't get me wrong. I agree with that. I'm actually really trolling right now. I'm trolling. I'm trolling the culture. I'm trolling the culture when it comes to snitching. Because of that, you know what I'm saying? Because like this is how niggas are. That's how
niggas react.
Standard. You know what I'm saying? Not even how niggas react, because niggas wouldn't think that when it comes to snitching. You know what I mean? But it's out there. He spoke to cops. She went to jail for assault.
Shouldn't assaulted him.
Yeah. That's true. You're right though. You're right.
Keep your hands to yourself.
He definitely should have protected himself.
Keep your hands to yourself, because otherwise, right? Say he had decided to physically defend himself, right? It'd be a much worse situation for him than snitching.
Oh yeah.
And hip hop would have been, they'd abandon him that way too, because ain't no rapper gonna stand next to no, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like, well, that nigga, he a wife beating ass nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes in life, bro, people put your back against a corner. What you gonna do?
Yeah, but his whole situation's messed. He just keep going. I don't know what's going on with him, but he just keep going through crazy ass situations that's messing up his career.
Yeah, bro. Like,
He'll be all right.
Yeah, he'll be all right. He'll be all right. Especially like I said, man. Just like
I don't think like.
But who you think is in worse shit right now, Travis Scott or DaBaby?
Travis.
Because
Travis literally can't even come outside his house.
Nigga, you really had to think about that.
Travis
got to be looking through the blinds like this the whole past week.
Travis Scott killed a couple people. DaBaby talked about the gay community.
Nowadays, that's like an even.
That's what I'm saying. He messed with the LGBT community. So I don't know. DaBaby.
Speaking of which, that's a perfect segue into our next topic, which would be the whole Dave Chappelle situation. What's going on with the transgenders. So, which I'm pretty sure by now everybody that's even in the chat like knows the situation. Y'all understand the situation as well. I don't know. Have y'all seen the stand-up special?
I didn't get to see the newest stand-up special yet. No, because I don't have Netflix, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah, no, I feel you. I was boycotting them niggas for a while. You know what I'm saying?
Netflix?
I'm on my stance now.
Oh, you wasn't watching Netflix?
Yeah, nigga, these niggas want to keep raising the price like it's like to, you know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
Got you.
Now niggas high. This shit used to be like $9. Now y'all
they're high. They're high as fuck. Trust me.
Niggas like 16.72. Tripping.
Need to stay off that wet.
For real. But anyway, so the what you call it, the stand-up was called The Closer. It was his newest one. In it, he well, okay, so Don, you said you saw it, right?
Yeah, I did see it.
You said you saw, okay. And I welcome anyone else who saw it that's in the chat with us to express how you feel. But I feel like from what I saw in this stand-up special, while he obviously does make jokes and talks about the trans community, I feel like he was trying to, he really opened up and kind of showed or tried to show how he really is not against this community and how he understands the plight that they're going through, but he just doesn't exactly understand their decisions that they make, if that, you know what I'm saying, to put it that way, right? That's the vibe I was getting. But what the trans community and everybody else is basically getting at is that this dude, like, bro, employees at Netflix, both trans and non-trans, walked out, tried to storm a company meeting, and they all got fired because they're not supposed to be in the
heard that. Yep.
His high school that he built this beautiful theater for a couple years ago, he spent so much money on and was going to do a visit there. The students flat out refused to set up for it. They don't want to do it, so they have to cancel it. And all these protests and stuff, and I don't know. So I just want to get y'all's opinion. What do y'all think that Dave Chappelle needs to give up his stance on this? And do you think Netflix should you think Netflix has been kind of siding with him? Not siding with him, but they haven't chosen to take down the material or say that he's wrong. So how do y'all feel about that?
He's not wrong at all. And he chose, he did exactly what I would probably do, and what I would advise him to do is just that'd be the last time he even joke or mention it. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I told you the other day, I was like, bro, I don't even want to touch that. So it's like it gets to a point where it's annoying, like how like
sensitive. You can say it. Call him sensitive.
Yeah,
like when I read about the high school, I was like, come on, y'all are bugging. Like,
bro.
Yeah. So it's like sometimes it gets to a point where you just don't even want to discuss it or talk about it, and like it's just like annoying.
But here's what I hope Dave Chappelle does, though. I hope Dave Chappelle keeps doing his thing, because for everyone who's been watching Dave Chappelle since we was in fucking elementary school, bro, Dave has always been the type of comedian that makes fun of everybody.
Everyone.
Like he makes fun of literally everybody, and I literally hope that he can find a way for them to understand that, because I guarantee when the bigger he keeps getting and the more iconic he becomes, they're gonna wish that they were a part of the party, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, bro, he is never even at as fucked up as the joke may be, it's always a teaching moment. You know what I'm saying? It's never to really like bash another culture or to bash another race. But these motherfuckers are so sensitive that that's the only way they see it, bro.
And that's the crazy thing is that, like, ironically, they basically, and that's why I said I feel like a lot of people that criticize this thing didn't even fully watch it all the way through.
They didn't.
Because ironically, this very same thing he criticizes them for is what they're doing, like being very sensitive and yeah, I just think it's crazy because like Don just said, he didn't tell one lie in this thing. Everything he said during this entire stand-up was straight truth, for better or for worse. You get what I'm saying? Because like Clay said, he makes fun of everybody. Even going back to watching his show when we were kids, the Chappelle show. I was like fucking like 9 or 10 or something like that, and he told the truth about everything. You get what I'm saying? Like obviously he put like a joking twist on everything, but it was he made fun of himself and what the things he does in his life. You get what I mean? His wife is Filipino. He's made fun of Philippines. He's made fun of his kids. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like. I feel like that. Like especially when it comes to comedians, you should know, like, nigga, it is literally my job to do this. You get what I'm saying? Like, you cannot get mad at Dave Chappelle for doing this kind of stand-up any more than you can get mad at an actor for playing like a racist person in a movie or something like that. You get what I'm saying? It's like,
yo, and not to get too far off topic, but didn't that shit happen when we was on the cruise the last time a couple years ago in that December when the person was up there telling the jokes and somebody got offended and like got up and walked out?
Yeah, that shit happens. That's what I'm saying. Especially it's weird.
It's like, man, keep your sensitive ass outside the comedian room, man. You gotta go in there with an open heart and an open mind, man.
Yeah, and like I was saying, is the funny thing is that this special specifically, he was like there was jokes. Obviously, there was jokes. There's some pretty terrible jokes. Like terrible as in they were good, but they were just really fucking harsh. But yeah, he takes a significant amount of time to seriously address the situation, and he even describes his personal relationship that he had with someone who was a transgender, not a sexual relationship, but like a friendship that he had with somebody
that he has
with someone that was transgender and what it meant to him and what that person's life meant to him, you know? And so it's like, why do people choose to specifically pick out the negative things that they want to be upset about? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I don't know. It's just sad. And the ironic thing is that what these people are fighting for and what they're getting mad at him about is exactly what they're mad about. Like they're mad that the man speaking his mind and that he has freedom of speech.
Yeah, it's crazy. Bro.
And yet,
they're just sensitive. There ain't no way else to put it. They just sensitive.
And then y'all don't want people to take away y'all freedoms. Y'all fight for freedom and should be able to be free and say whatever and do whatever.
So we just need to keep lifting these motherfuckers up. We can never bash them. Just gotta keep lifting them up.
And then here's my problem with these people. You wanting to just be lifted up, just you. And you not lifting no one else.
Fuck everybody else. Nobody else up. Facts.
Fuck everybody else's people, but my people. Like, come on, bro. That's crazy.
Word.
And then the audacity on top of that to not expect anybody to make jokes about you. Like, what the fuck?
Like you're a big ass target.
Yeah, like you the main target for this shit. Like,
you got a sign that literally says, "Nigga, just walk up and hit me right here."
Yeah, since the probably beginning of comedy. Yeah,
dead ass.
I remember when I was like younger and would go to like, you know, when you like going to like elementary, middle school and stuff like that. And you know, obviously kids, especially back when we was in, you know, there was no type of filters and shit like that. So kids make fun of kids fall, all types of shit. And my mom would always say like, bro, do you know how 9 times out of 10 shit even gets to physical violence is someone taking something too seriously that someone else said. That was like a joke or some shit like that. You get what I'm saying? And throughout my life, it's like I realized how much situations I avoided getting physical or me getting upset to the point of wanting to protest somebody or some shit. But I just like, people make fun of you, bro, ignore that shit. Either ignore that shit or make fun of them back. Mm-hmm. There's so much opportunities that the trans community could make shots back at Dave Chappelle or, you know what I'm saying? Like, but instead be upset. I don't know, bro. It's crazy to me. But the thing is, let's see what they're saying here. No, they don't. Them people don't care about that. The Chappelle show was the best. You're always going to be that way. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's always going to be that way. And you got to appreciate people that kind of stay themselves, kind of like we were talking about with the Kanye West thing yesterday. Is like, you know, Dave Chappelle's in a situation where he can do this. He's in a position where he can you know,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of people cannot be saying the shit that he says, especially on that stage.
Yeah.
I
That is
feel
very
like if
true.
it's not for you, don't watch it. Yeah, that's true. If it's not for you, don't watch it. You get what I'm saying? If it's not for you, don't watch it. But at the end of the day, my nigga, just like I have to scroll down my fucking phone every day and see Lil Nas X's nipples out, French kissing some dude on a stage or some shit like that, people are gonna see Dave Chappelle speak his mind, and you just shut the fuck up and allow the nigga to speak his mind and not protest it. Because
Word.
what's not gonna happen, or what I'm not gonna be cool with, is us living in a world where people like Lil Nas X could be free, and people like Dave Chappelle have to shut up and sit in the corner. It's not fair.
Word.
You know what I'm
Just
saying?
filter your fucking timeline.
With your timeline if you want to see it, right? And allow everyone the ability to have freedom of speech and say what they want to say and feel how they want to feel, as long as it's not promoting violence.
Every time I see something with Lil Nas X, I keep OD scrolling. Like I scroll super fast.
My nigga, but it's to the point where the shit's in your face. You can't even, you get what I'm saying? And you see how
niggas on TV, niggas in commercials now too.
You see how that shit is allowed to be in your face and pushed in your face, but bro, I keep telling niggas every day.
I forgot what there was some award show, like I had to super dodge that award show. Like as soon as I seen it, I didn't even look at any other. Like there was, how there's highlights for award shows, and then you see like everybody talking about his performance. I'm like, you know what? I'm just not even gonna watch any highlight.
Yeah, because you never know what you might find. You might see something you was not trying to see.
I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you?
It's a fucking shame though.
It's gross.
It's really a shame. Like niggas can't even enjoy award shows no more and look forward to people doing live performances on TV because them shits is just so ass and like saturated and ugh.
You probably want some man's ass.
Dead ass.
Yeah, but that's all. I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, people like Dave Chappelle should be able to speak their mind, just like Lil Nas X should be able to, But from what he says, he's not gonna do a show for a while. He's not gonna do a stand-up for a while. So,
and it's y'all fault. Fuck y'all.
Man, fuck y'all niggas, man. Straight
Fuck
up.
I think he said he'll do stand-up. I think his main thing is he said he's not, like, he's done doing jokes on the trans community. Like, he's done touching it. Like, he's not even gonna include them in any of his stand-ups. From what I got, that's what he said. Like, he's over with that. I don't think he's gonna be done with stand-up. He said he's still gonna do stand-up. You know, like what he was doing before. Like, he'd be hitting some random local clubs or like doing a random stand-up in Ohio where he's from.
Let me ask the people. So for example, now this is, so I didn't watch it. His next comedy show made fun of everyone, so I watched it. So, and I'm asking this as a real question: are we at a point in this world where it's like we seriously can't even, or we won't? Because all right, it's one thing if Dave Chappelle was never on your radar, you was never in a situation or whatever. But I know that the black community, when they was all younger, we was watching Dave Chappelle. That he had some shit that you thought was funny, whether he was in the movie or it was the stand-ups or the show itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are we really at the point where we're going to stop supporting black people like that and stop watching their stuff because they're making fun of people that aren't even what we are?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like I'm saying, like anyone, like someone who would say, okay, I'm not going to watch this Dave Chappelle special because he makes fun of trans people.
Yeah, like are we basically going to make this situation take it that far to the point where we're not going to watch Dave Chappelle anymore? And
especially when it's like you're
hell no. My answer is hell no.
You're not trans. The fuck does it matter if Dave Chappelle goes on the stage and makes fun of trans people? Like I'm not gonna stop supporting black people because they're making fun of a group of people that don't support black people at all.
And let me tell you something.
Because I've never seen no trans people support no damn black people, and I'm not counting no protests where they just because you stood up in front of some shit with a sign. I've never seen no trans people.
But let me tell you something. Perfect example though. Perfect example. Because let me tell you something. I'm fucking playing Halo, right? The new John. And even the old one, because they've added some new stuff with battle passes and shit like that. You know, everybody acting like Fortnite now. But nigga, I see that there's themes you can use on your character or with your template on the game. That's like a bunch of pride stuff. And you see that everybody's doing that. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just divert myself around it. But you don't see me fucking protesting on Twitter like, oh, fucking fuck Halo because there's mad rainbows and shit on there now.
Ooh.
No, like,
and
you know what I'm
again,
saying?
that's the perfect point that you're proving because, for example, like you said, Halo, I know for a fact it's something that you have been playing since you were a young child, right? And now You see what I'm saying? These people's world and what they do is allowed to be forced into what, like, you could just be playing Halo when the shit pops up, right? But niggas don't even want Dave Chappelle to be allowed to have a Netflix special where you have to click his face to see.
Facts.
But I could be playing Halo and just gay flag right in my face.
Nope. Yep. I gotta open Netflix and see Queer Eye, which is a great show, by the way. I ain't talking shit, but you know what I'm saying.
I don't know.
But
I'm just saying the inequality here, especially when it comes to black males, seems quite
yeah,
predominant.
No, it's definitely
I do not see how
big
you
gap.
Like you can't stop supporting heterosexual or straight black men just because they're making fun of a group of people that's not even what we are. We are black people. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
that's a fact. And as a matter of fact, if y'all haven't checked out Queer Eye, now that I mentioned it, if anybody should be setting an example for the LGBTQ community, it's them group of niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're a group of gay guys who help other individuals, like, pretty much do like makeovers and help them find themselves, especially if they have self-esteem issues and things like that.
Reality show?
And
it's a reality show?
Not really reality. Like I said, it's like they're actually going and helping people that
that's what I'm saying. It's like reality TV. It's like real.
So it's like real. It's like real TV, but it's not
reality.
like reality with drama and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like a positive. Yeah, it's a positive like thing. But yeah, like I said, if anything, they should be like an example for them because they go around helping people of all different colors and shapes and sizes. And you would think that most people from the LGBT community is that open and this loving, but they just seem to be more and more selfish the more issues like this with Dave Chappelle keep coming up because it's just like,
yeah. And
they
again,
instead of meeting each other halfway, they want us to meet them like 75% of the way, and they only go 25.
And and again, this community does not do or support anything really black culture wise, with the exception of imitating black women stereotypes in their behavior and how they talk. They don't do nothing that is even close to supporting the black community. No, I watched all the specials. I didn't like the Chappelle show the same reason Dave didn't. He got tired of being the black guy, just parodying black people in the worst, albeit funny way. I feel like the Chappelle show was a lot more than him just parodying black people. But
yeah, he was parodying everything.
Yeah, and like there was little sketches of just like regular shit, and they had really great performances and stuff like that. But yeah, so shout out to the gay community or LGBTs and all that. All righty, so let's talk about Facebook and the metaverse. Again, I don't know much. I don't know much about this stuff. I know that
there's only so much information now. It's very scarce right now. So
it's funny we switched over to this topic because I was thinking earlier. I'm like, damn, like you see how we getting with the LGBT community in the metaverse.
Right.
You literally could change your gender in the metaverse. Well, you can in real life, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can.
I'm gonna say you can change in real life too.
Yeah, you can pose. You can pose as whatever you want in the metaverse, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
people
definitely won't even know. Like,
it's gonna get very weird. In the metaverse.
Isn't it just like a more enhanced version of when we used to play like Habbo Hotel and Coke Music and all stuff like that? Like
pretty much, but it's gonna be a little bit more advanced. They talking about you gonna be able to travel around the world. You're gonna be able to travel back in time. I'm hearing like if you want to know what the 1990s was like and you wasn't born in 1990s, like you can actually go back in time and see what New York City was like in the 90s. That's what I'm hearing.
We're gonna be living in a big ass matrix, bro.
Hold on, let me. Isn't this all gonna look cartoony and shit like how it looked in the previews?
No, nigga.
So I mean,
have you never seen the Oculus? We spoke about this. You never seen what the Oculus look like?
Yeah, nigga, ain't the Oculus shit they used to play games?
Yo, imagine 4K gaming, but you in that motherfucker. That's virtual reality. That's what metaverse.
Well, the metaverse is gonna be like you really there.
Like you're really there, my nigga.
So they already have like it's crazy because like we're obviously a lot of people don't know about it, but a lot of people do, and a lot of people are already like on it heavily. You know what I'm saying? So there's a thing called workspace where people can have meetings like. We can already have meetings through Zoom, you know what I'm saying? But this, you can already have meetings like you set up, you see somebody else's avatar, everything's like 4K, there's a chalkboard and all this stuff. So they have that. It's going to be like just different things, different worlds you can go to. So,
but it's going to look
real. Like you said,
it's going to look real.
Yes. So like you said.
It's going to look real though, yeah.
So the metaverse is already here. So like you said, like Habbo Hotel and Coke, whatever, I forgot the name of it.
That Coca-Cola game,
yeah, and Sims, those were before its time. You know what I'm saying? Those were like before its time. Right now, you get games like those. It is the metaverse because there's a thing called Decentraland, which reminds me so much of Habbo Hotel. But in Decentraland, you can just think about everything that we did in Habbo Hotel. You can make money off of everything that we did in Habbo Hotel on Decentraland.
Yeah,
you can make actual money.
Decentraland has a crypto link to it where like you can actually like spend and shit like that.
So I remember niggas used to be like, oh, I gotta go in Habbo Hotel. They'd be like, oh, I gotta go to work. I gotta go work at this thing, and then you see them. They'll probably be like a bouncer or something like when you know what I'm saying. Then the Habbo gotta walk up and they let you pass. You know what I'm saying? And Decentraland, like that's real shit. You actually getting paid to do that shit. You feel me? Like it's
crazy.
It's mind blowing, and it has a lot to do with like NFTs. NFTs like art NFTs. There's fashion NFTs now, like Balenciaga making NFTs, like just a shoe maybe, and it's literally just the picture of the shoe, and they add the blockchain to it and make an NFT out of the shoe and sell the shoe for thousands of dollars of Ethereum or Bitcoin. I think majority of it is Ethereum. So it's we getting there. I've been telling people, we gotta get acclimated with the metaverse because it's here already.
I'm not acclimating shit. I'm staying in the real world with the rest of the regular people. I'm gonna be putting that shit on.
You're gonna be like fucking Will Smith and I Am Legend.
It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot less people outside. I was gonna say that. It's gonna be a lot less people outside.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's scary too because even when you think about like, I don't mean to go too far left with it, but just being realistic, like when you think about like the porn industry and virtual reality, bro, like a lot of motherfuckers gonna stop dating, nigga. All these nerds that want to stay in the crib and play video games all day, these niggas ain't dating no more, bro.
That's good. It'd be more real pussy for me outside.
No, but I'm just saying, I ain't talking about us. I'm talking about in general. I'm not talking about that's gonna be us. I'm just saying though, like the world gonna be real different, bro.
It's gonna be different. And why I say get active, I'm like, cause like I made a joke. I'm like, bro, I was broke in real life. I ain't gonna be broke in the metaverse, bro. I'm gonna be a billionaire in the metaverse. That's why I'm trying to. Real life,
I'm not gonna be broke in the metaverse. But all right, let me ask you this though: when you in the metaverse and all this shit, you're doing it. Once you take that shit off of there, aren't you back in the real world? Don't you gotta at some point go back?
Still gotta pay bills, nigga. What the fuck? Gotta pay rent.
But you know it's funny. You gonna be paying them bills and rent with the money you make in the metaverse.
So, okay, that's my next question. Will there really be lucrative job opportunities like that? I'm not talking about
probably.
I'm not talking about you doing your little standing guard a big club and make like 20 cents an hour. Will niggas really be having a check?
Niggas are making a living right now on the metaverse. Niggas is getting like real jobs, making $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month on Decentraland doing BS stuff like that. That's BS. That's low grade. Like, don't even think of that. That's just random shit. Like I think niggas was being like some kind of moderator at this casino in the Decentraland thing, and that's how they're getting paid doing that. Like these niggas is getting real jobs on these things, bro.
That's fucking scary.
Yeah, that's why I'm telling people like, yo, like learn and understand it, cause like even if you're against it, even if you don't like it, I don't like it. I don't like the idea of it at all. But it's here. Like it's just like I'll be telling people it's just like when cell phones first came out, smartphones actually, and you hear every old person say, I don't need a cell phone. I can make my calls on this phone or blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta go in there and go doop 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 doop, make my calls. Now, nigga, you need a cell phone for everything, bro. Everything, apps, how to get somewhere on maps. Them old people who said doop doop doop, they don't know how to do nothing. They lost, bro. I ain't trying to be that nigga. I ain't gonna be lost, bro.
Just don't get lost in Decentraland, nigga.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So you're gonna be sitting there in your living room. So are you gonna include your family? Like, is it gonna have one for your kids? You can put so y'all all in there together, walking around and stuff like that.
I believe they are making it something like that. But I don't know. I don't know too. That's what I'm saying. I'm doing some research, but it's funny because like a lot of kids. My kids are already in the metaverse. Them motherfuckers play Roblox all the time, and Roblox is like some form of metaverse. You know what I mean? So it's like a lot of these things is a metaverse, bro.
Well, it's part of it because they plan on making a lot of those popular games VR for the kids as well. But Roblox is the start of it because kids have been playing Roblox for like the past 4 or 5, maybe even 6, 7, 8 years now. Roblox is a very popular kids game next to like Minecraft.
So it's
But yeah,
like
once they make that shit like VR, then you're gonna have teenagers and like
In the metaverse,
preteens.
I can create and own a library that all kinds of people can come into and read the books I have in there.
yeah.
You can
Yeah,
also do that in a real library, in real life.
yeah.
Like I said, if you can't beat them, and we ain't beating them damn metaverse, you gotta join them. Fuck
Oh yeah,
that.
no, I feel you. Trust me. This is far from can't do shit about it. But my thing is just like, you know, this seems to be about to be like, let's admit it, all this shit is about to just be out of laziness.
It's
like
gonna be
people just want to leave their
It's
house.
gonna be Wally,
It's gonna be
nigga.
OD lazy.
That's what I'm saying. Because
Yeah,
but
it's
it's
gonna
like
be Wally.
I'm not jacking that, bro. Because like unless
Ready Player
there's
One, yeah.
something you could do, also that Ready Player One as well. If you can show me, but you see, all right, boom. Ready Player One was specifically that world was like the overall thing of that world was like it was a game. There was like a game goal.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Like, so it's like jacking into something like that. I can at least understand. You know what I mean? Like, I get the library thing. That's cool, but I would just go to a real fucking library or pull out my phone and download.
Now I don't think they're gonna get rid of stuff like that. It's still gonna be.
No,
there.
they're not. Yeah,
And what I think they're gonna start. There's gonna have to be some OD regulations that come along with this because you don't want everybody sitting in their house not going out nowhere. It's gonna be a lot of depression, a lot of suicide.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm
like,
saying?
because imagine
so
a whole day of that.
Yeah.
A whole day of that, especially if your life is particularly, you know, just like the Matrix. Your life in there is great. You're thriving in that motherfucker, and you take that headset off. You back in the like you got
back in the
that's
PJs.
gonna make people you know what I'm saying? That's gonna make people even more depressed than they was before.
You know it's funny, like cause say you do somehow and you're doing really well, and this is what it's gonna come to. If you're doing really well in the metaverse, you're gonna be doing really well in real life. That's actually what it's gonna come to, what I believe. So if you're buying a whole bunch of NFTs, you're making dumb money, you're gonna you know what I'm saying? You mean
financially, like financially?
Yeah.
I don't think there's gonna be a complete shift to that side. I think it's gonna become a part of our daily lives and shit like that. But I don't think there's gonna be like a complete shift where it's like, nigga, if you don't have a metaverse job, you're gonna go broke. I don't think it's gonna go that far.
Yeah, and that my feeling like if it don't go that far, what do I need?
There's gonna be a lot of things that are gonna go like that people don't say, oh, I don't care about this anymore.
It's gonna go hand in hand with it where it's necessary in certain things, but I don't think it's gonna be like a complete shift. You feel me? Where like it's robots working real life jobs in real life, and then if we want to work those jobs, we gotta work them in the metaverse to make our bread. Like,
hey, don't speak too motherfucking soon, my nigga. You see, hey, we just year one in this.
Niggas didn't even want to take a shot, a vaccine. But niggas is completely willing to throw themselves into the world of the metaverse. Like,
well, you got to think about it. Literally what you just said, nigga, people have been fucking miserable and depressed for the last 2 years. So now that there's something new, a new escape where there's no problems and no nothing, of course people are going to fucking spend all their money to go to escape reality. Of course. People doing it on drugs now, nigga. Shit. Now they can do it and not get high and go past the drug test. Oh, it's over.
Casey made a good point. The metaverse is going to take over like how social media took over. That's a real good point.
In that aspect, in that aspect, I can see it. Yeah, but nigga, you better still be outside for real. You ain't gonna live too long.
There's no situation where I'm spending my whole fucking day with some Oculus shit on my face, running around in virtual world, and then I still got to take my shit off and go fucking clean my kid's diaper and shit, and then take out the trash and all that shit.
It's funny because it sounds crazy, right? It sounds crazy as hell. I can agree with that. But 10 years from now, it's going to be the norm.
Oh, yeah. Trust me. I'm not arguing
that. Oh, it is.
That shit's going to be normal.
Oh, it is. But I just hope you understand, EJ. We're still going to be driving cars and still having to go places in real life. It's not just going to be the metaverse.
But, yeah, no, I know. Now, of course, we're going to be driving cars. Yeah. But there's, like I said, there's going to be a lot of things that would be irrelevant. So...
Oh yeah,
like I can't look. I'm looking around my room for something that would be
irrelevant, like going to the store to buy video games. Irrelevant.
Okay, that would be irrelevant. Nobody's gonna go.
You know what I'm saying? Going to the store to buy.
For example,
going to an art gallery. That's gonna be irrelevant. Nobody's gonna go out in person to an art gallery because there's art on the fucking metaverse.
But my nigga, it ain't the same as listen, bro.
Yeah, it's not the same experience though.
I've been to Italy. You can ask Nathan. We've been to Italy and seen the Sistine Chapel. Ain't no way you telling me that experience touches seeing some shit on a computer screen or an NFT. I don't care. If the world and people, the more people get lazy and don't or can't travel and go see this real shit, they're gonna convince themselves in their head like, oh yeah, this is just like the real thing. It's not, bro. It's not. You mean tell me having virtual sex is the same as come on.
Trust me, I know. I agree with you.
Definitely not.
I'm just telling you where I think it's gonna go, which is it.
It's going. Yeah, you're right. It is gonna go. That's exactly.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna get there. You know what I mean? It is. Like a lot of things are gonna become irrelevant, even though we know that it's way better to like. I can see myself having to tell my kids like, yo, you know, it's way better to go to that place and go look, like and see it in person. They're gonna be like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like. That's where I feel like we're going right now with this metaverse.
Oh hell yeah!
Whether I like it or not, that's where we go. That's where it's going. So it's like some things you like I said, you can't beat them. You gotta figure out the loopholes and figure out how to be on top of the situation instead of being at the bottom. I ain't gonna be at the bottom of the metaverse, bro. I'm trying to figure this shit out fast.
Yeah, it's a way to make money for me. I think if anything, motherfuckers being on the metaverse more than being like the basketball games and shit in real life, it's gonna make it easier for me to go and experience real life with less people being there. So I'm with the shits.
Oh yeah,
and be outside.
Like now, like people who start to become more afraid of sending their kids outside or going outside will put them in the virtual world.
That's not a fact. And I was thinking
can we at least agree that that's not good? Like having like
it's not.
Like, right now,
and I was just thinking that too. Like especially with the whole Travis Scott thing. Like if a parent wants a kid to go to a concert, they'd be like, "Is there a virtual concert? Go to the virtual concert. You ain't going to the real one." You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's just like when you in the car with your mom and everybody, you like, "Can we go to McDonald's? We got burgers at home. We got shit." Like, no, nigga, it ain't the same.
It's not the same.
No,
that's a fact.
That's a
fact. I don't even want like a lot of people saying, "Oh, because Troy be getting sick." They be like, "Oh, homeschool Troy." I be like, "Nah, bro. Let him go to school. Let him interact. Let him, you know what I'm saying." Get with these kids because that's gonna be a thing of the past soon. So let them do it now.
yeah, bro. Because imagine how we would have been like by the time we was like 13 and 14, we at least knew how to like we go outside and get lost by ourselves and come back home and shit like that.
Yeah.
Why people want to? Why do you want to further take that away from your kids? Like, why do you want your kids to be 20 years old and stepping out into the world and not knowing anything? Like, come on, bro. Does he not know real shit? Like that shit weird, but that's like I agree. This is where it's gonna go because
bro. And it's like that's why I be telling people, yo, learn it now. Like it's because we're gonna
learn
get
it
there.
Now. Take advantage now.
Yeah, you got to take advantage of it. Like because that's where it's going. That's why I've been like, it's gonna be huge. Crypto is gonna be huge with it, and I've been advocate of crypto. Like, yo, get on crypto because that's where we're going. And crypto is going to be huge in the metaverse. Huge. If not, like I'm saying it's already huge in the metaverse.
Yeah, and I was going to say crypto and the stocks because I don't know if y'all heard, but they said as it's been announced that as of December 1st, which I expected, Facebook stock is going to turn into Meta.
Facebook stocks. Yeah. So there's not going to be Facebook no more. Like no Facebook stock, just Meta.
It's gonna turn into Meta, and then with that being officially announced, their number is gonna go crazy. So
yeah,
wow,
now
gonna be a big bull rush and then so.
Just real quick, Nathan had said
that was not financial advice.
Nathan has said, but it was a game that equates to real world money. And Colin, who I believe is Kaleem, I think, said, now then I was thinking the exact same thing. What was y'all? I don't get it. Like, what are y'all talking about? Were they talking about regular Ready Player One? Like when we reference that, like what was Nathan talking about? She said it's a game that equates to real money.
It's not lazy. We need to ask ourselves why real life isn't stimulating people enough. But it was a game that, maybe she's.
Oh yeah, no, that's we did mention that, Kaleem, like as far as like using Decentraland, like being able to make money through the crypto in Decentraland while you're in the meta, and then being able to convert that into real USD and profit. So yeah, no, it's definitely heading in that direction. It's in that direction right now.
And you gotta think about like when it's say it's a game that that you make real money and like, okay, think about a lot of the a lot of the things that we go to. All right, so right now movie theaters is kind of gonna be a thing of the past, right? I don't know where movie theaters are going. I can't tell with that one, but you know what I'm saying. You go to a movie theater, people you have people that work there, blah blah blah, and you give them your money. You go watch a movie, in like the metaverse. There's probably gonna be something similar, some kind of job that you can have where you have somebody come in and or you moderate something and they get something out of it. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's what I'm saying. Things in those cases, things like those are gonna be a thing of the past and they're gonna be irrelevant. Like movie theaters are gonna be irrelevant because they're gonna find a way to give you that same exact experience in the metaverse. You know what I mean? So at that point, is it really a game? You know what I mean?
This confuses me. What when you say give you the same exact experience in the metaverse? Like for example, how would a movie theater experience work in the metaverse? Like so, when you walk into the metaverse movie theater now and sit down, would the movie just start playing like full screen in front of your eyes?
Nah, they probably would do it to the extent like I've seen it on the Oculus.
They probably give you that same experience.
Yeah, no, and that's what I was gonna say. Kind of like a similar experience because with the Oculus, with how it is set up with Netflix. Is when you turn on the Netflix app on the Oculus, it puts you in a room with like a fireplace and there's this big TV you got in front of you. And like you're sitting in like
why not
a dark
just
room watching the movie
off my face and watch my real TV? That's what especially the fact that everything that they're making it just simulates something you really have. Like
yeah. and you know like, you know what I believe it is, bro? Think about
let me say this real quick. I could understand using this technology, whatever. Say you want to simulate going to the moon, something that some of us will never. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Why the frick would I buy an Oculus just to go watch a movie? When I don't make like I feel like that's just us.
You know what's funny?
Begging
but I'm just saying that's just the setup of it with Netflix. You know, other apps are different, but that's the Netflix.
Yeah, but like you said, I'm pretty sure that's probably what the movie theater experience is going to be like. Like whenever they make
like you're going to probably be in a big open movie theater, and like there's probably going to be like viewings at certain times, and you're probably sitting with other people.
Yeah, and you can probably see your friends walking.
You'll see their meta character and shit. Yeah. Because they do that now for the NBA. Like when you watch the NBA games on the Oculus, you can dead see everyone's virtual character, and like you're really sitting courtside watching the basketball game.
Oh, they actually do that? I was like,
oh yeah, bro, Ben.
Like I was like, yo,
Ben, like, you can get that right now, boy. If you get the Oculus and get the NBA.
Already. We late.
If you get the Oculus with the NBA League Pass or the NFL, League Pass, whatever, you can do that shit and really be like courtside or field side watching the game.
I'm thinking I'm early, but I'm late as shit. But anyway,
you late as fuck. Like 2 years late. Like 2 years late.
But what I thought is think about the people who's creating these things. Think about the people who lock themselves in and actually are the ones who deal with these technology and creates them, right? Like these are people who probably don't have social skills, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they're the ones who are like creating all this shit, and they're the ones who are gonna take over. So the people who don't have real life social skills are gonna bring that and change their whole
to an extent.
Yeah.
I think it's also because like for example, before like it really got blown up with like crypto and the meta, like with the NBA, the way they've advertised it, and obviously it could be much more to it, but just from this standpoint makes sense. Like a lot of people can't afford, especially if you have a big family, you can't afford to go to a basketball game or a football game because it would cost a lot of fucking money, as opposed to, if like, all right, you two kids are the ones that really want to go to the game, and you can just get, a couple Oculus and have them rotate while they're watching the game, because while you're watching on the Oculus, it's also showing on the TV. So it's something that like everybody can share the experience and for a much lesser price. So in the convenience of being able to have these experiences without paying the like grand, what I'm saying, something that someone who really has the money would be able to spend and go do, I see the benefit of that. But it's getting blown out of proportion.
Let me ask you this,
blown out of proportion with everything else.
Let me ask you this. And I'm not talking about people who like, because obviously there's going to be a whole generation that's going to be like born into this. So like EJ was saying, like there might be a time he tells his kids, oh, you can go to the real thing, and they'd be like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So I'm not talking about them. But like people like us, for example, like boom, there was a like long time ago. I remember your dad took us to like a wrestling match or something like that, right? It was a Madison Square Garden.
WWE match, yeah.
One of the fucking coolest experiences in my fucking life, right? Do you, and I'm asking you personally, do you think? I'm pretty sure, like from what I remember, you had fun too. You enjoyed it.
Oh hell yeah!
Do you think me and you would have enjoyed it the same way if your dad came in last minute and said, "Boys, guess what? We're not going to the real. We're not going to Madison Square Garden for real. But I will pull out this metaverse thing, and we can go there virtually.
It wouldn't be the same. You're right. It wouldn't be the same. But from a perspective of a kid who's never been, I'm gonna give you two perspectives. From a perspective of a kid who's never been, I would still appreciate that. But from the perspective of a kid who has been, I'd be like, fuck out of here. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
And that's what I think is sad about it. It's like we're about to Zucker weirdo here, and it's about to use this weird thing. I'm not gonna call it stupid because Claire's very smart. This weird thing to rob an entire like new generation of people of real experience, bro. Because like we're saying here, there's gonna be a point where this is the norm. You get what I'm saying? And people, all the shit that we know of is gonna be like people like, what? You know what I'm saying? So
and I agree with you because that's how I felt about like the Kindle and like how people use like Kindle so much nowadays. I'm like, this is why it's so easy for me to find books because motherfuckers don't even want books anymore. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, well that been cut out. Yeah, like niggas.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But I'm just bringing it up as for example. Like I had the same emotion, so no, I get totally what you're saying. Shit is, but
it's just that same effect, like you said. It's gonna be that same effect. It's that same cell phone effect that when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, the older generation or like, you know what I'm saying, like it's like maybe our parents they weren't in the house playing video games like that, like how we play video games. You know what I mean? And they probably seen the video games like, yo, this is gonna mess up kids nowadays. Like, look, they not outside 24/7 like we were. You know what I mean? Like
we're talking about a difference of of something that can distract you from going outside compared to a tool that's literally built to have your ass not go outside and experience everything. Like Xbox wasn't trying to keep, you know what I'm saying, not intentionally from what I understand, wasn't trying to keep niggas inside the house. We just was addicted to fucking Halo and didn't want to leave. Just like with Pokemon. Granted, you know, Game Boys and shit was portable. But you know,
which was the good thing about those
was good until you pulled up to the mall with your mom in the car and you're in the middle of a trainer match and you didn't save nothing and they're like, well, you can't bring that shit inside. Then you're like, damn, you know what I'm saying? But so it's like these aren't tools.
These things evolve. That's it.
Yeah, and that's
issues evolved.
Like they all evolved. Yeah, like
because,
these things
like
evolved
I said,
into this virtual world. Yeah,
we was playing video games and our parents was like, yo.
Yeah, we contributed to this, honestly.
We didn't play video games. We didn't play video games as much as y'all niggas did. We was outside running, chasing dogs and shit. I don't know what they was doing outside, but doing whatever they was doing outside. And they were probably mad that we playing video games like that. You're like, yo, look what you can do. Go jump rope outside or whatever it is. You know what I mean? And and now, like I said, I could just see in the future it's gonna be bad, bro. It's gonna be bad.
That's facts, man. Well, I guess we'll see. We'll see who steps into the metaverse. Like, I mean, I truly believe, you know, like Don said, it's gonna be inevitable for everybody. Even me, I'm sitting here talking shit. I'm probably gonna be that motherfucker dancing and shit with people.
Dancing in Club Meta.
Yeah.
Yo, it was dead. I watched the video today, bro. There was a dead club, and what threw me off was there was a bartender. And the bartender asked the person what they wanted to drink. It kind of messed me up. I was like, yo, what the hell?
Wait, what?
Because all that. All right, boom. I'm glad you brought that up. All that, right? All that. Why would I
buy a drink?
We're in the metaverse, and you know, you're at a bar in the metaverse, and the bartender says, all right, that's going to be $20.99 for this drink. What do you now do?
I suck my dick.
Yeah, like,
I go cap. Like, I wouldn't participate in anything like that. Like, I would specifically use the metaverse.
It could work if they find, like, say for example, they find a way to make, like, okay, you go to the bar and you buy a drink in the metaverse. The drink, when you simulate drinking it, it does something, you know, maybe, you know, like some type of benefit to your profile or whatever. I don't know, you know, but this is all the stuff that it's like, it didn't require so much pretending, and I don't know.
Yeah. Like I said, I wouldn't like. So the way I would participate, however I participate in the metaverse, it wouldn't be for that shit. Like that's bullshit to me. That complete waste of time, in my opinion. Other people probably have fun with it. If you're gonna have fun with it, do your thing. Me,
so you're gonna see all the bars and clubs full with people.
Yeah. I'm gonna be completely looking at it as a financial gain. Like anything that I can do in a financial gain way, because like think about it this way.
I'm Jay-Z.
There's gonna be a lot of those clubs, and they're probably gonna be like, say whatever club gets the most people or most avatars on metas or whatever it is, whatever they're gonna call them. They're gonna sell like advertisement slots and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I fucked
Of
around. I
course.
messed around and went on Decentraland, right? I made a profile, went on Decentraland, and I ran into somebody who said they're gonna do a virtual. They're gonna do a music festival in Decentraland, and I was like, "Yo, hit me up on Twitter. I can get you on this music festival." You know what I'm saying? So like things like that. You know what I mean? Like, but you ain't gonna see me in no damn club talk about something. Let me get a shot of whiskey.
Word.
Nah, bro. I'm Jay-Z in the metaverse, bro. I don't smoke. I don't
Yeah,
drink.
yeah. I'm not doing none of
Cause what
that.
the fuck am I smoking and drinking? Pixels, nigga. The fuck.
And that's the crazy thing, because like, you know how these people would get me with this, where I'd be 100% committed. If this is truly a chance at a whole second life, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I could be a hitman or become a rapper in this world, you know what I'm saying? If all those things are possible, you got me.
My
Like,
nigga,
if
I
could
told you I'm not gonna be broke in the metaverse, bro. Like you're not gonna see me in the club talking about something. I only got 20 cryptos, nigga.
But what is it
I'm
gonna
have
be?
a billion. Be a fucking
But
billionaire.
what is it gonna be like being rich in the metaverse?
Well, you technically you would, like I said, you would be rich in real life. If you're rich in the
So if you're
metaverse,
rich in the metaverse, you're rich in
you're
real
gonna
life.
be rich in real life. You know what I'm saying? So
And all that shit.
I'm
It's
looking.
gonna be just like the DLC with these games. The people with more money you're gonna see niggas with money flying over your head. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, because even Halo's like that, my nigga.
yeah, bro. It's like
Bro,
niggas use their
literally,
money when
I'm
they-
leveling up, unlocking armor, and then they're telling me, "Oh, you can't use the armor you unlocked until you buy the battle pass." And it's like, nigga, battle pass. I thought battle pass was a Fortnite thing. That shit literally crossed over from Fortnite to Call of Duty to
So
Battlefield to
Halo's
now
Halo's a part
Halo.
of the metaverse. You know what I'm saying? These are things that are part of the metaverse. These are things that's evolving. So Fortnite's a part of the metaverse because you've seen that they had the go to mommy. Fortnite's a part of the metaverse because you've seen they had the Travis Scott concert. You know what I'm saying? Like they went to the concert and not only Travis
I ain't
Scott.
gonna lie, I even went to that damn concert.
Oh, you was there?
Yeah, I went.
Where were you sat in, my nigga? No.
I went on like the second day because it was like a
What you
3-day
ate?
thing.
Did you eat the popcorn? Did you get the hot dog when you was there?
Nah.
Did you get
I didn't
drinks?
eat no popcorn.
You get no drinks?
I was feeding the air mad bullets. You know
Smoking pixels. But yeah.
Smoking pixels and shit.
But yeah, like so Fortnite's already in the metaverse. Like these are like, so it's just like the metaverse is more of like a broad statement. So it's not like something that we can enter. It's like real broad. Just like right now, outside
All
of
the new shit pretty much
outside
going
of
on.
Outside of the metaverse, we're in the universe. You know what I'm saying? Like so, I'm
It's
gonna
all
have
the
to
new
make
shit
I'm gonna
going
have to
on
make an
that-
album called Metaverse. All right.
It's all the new shit going on that's involving money because now you see like, everything's involving money and like you even have to invest in video games that you already invest in by buying it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
In real life, I mean that this world right now like revolves around money. So it's like they just putting it into a video game form or a video game like form.
That's facts, man. Well, I feel like that's a good place to end it on that.
Facts.
We shout out to everybody that was in the chat the whole time.
Facts.
Yes,
We're definitely gonna be talking about the metaverse, obviously, in the future. So
Until we're
it's a good
physically
conversation.
in that motherfucker.
Until we in it, you know, 10 we might be doing this show from the metaverse soon. You know what I'm saying? Like so,
that would be kind of lit. I ain't gonna lie.
facts.
I'm gonna figure out how to do it.
Yeah, we gotta figure that shit out. So next, what's today? Today's like Friday, right? Today's not Friday.
I need y'all to do me a
It's
favor
Tuesday.
and keep shouting out Shiba Inu, man. Let's get Shiba Inu to $1, please.
Shiba Inu to $1. Everybody that fucks
Shiba
with
Inu to $1.
my phone just
Big
died.
facts.
That's wild. But yeah, so like I said, I think we briefly said on the last episode that Cleon and I and some family members that we were with got into a situation on Delta Airlines.
Very tragic.
Yeah.
Very tragic.
Well, no one died, so it wasn't tragic, but it was.
No, yeah, I know. Tragic for them because we ripped them motherfuckers a new bati hole when we was done cussing niggas out, man.
Yeah, so we're gonna definitely get into like the details of that if we can and explain the whole story. There's just people that were there that were witness to it that we have to, you know, set up to get them to be a part of the show and explain things. But either way, whether we get that to go down or not, we'll have an episode dedicated to kind of talking about it, and we'll talk about the, you know, it's real life situations, bro, real things that happen.
Facts.
Gangster.
In the universe,
Facts, so-
not the metaverse.
In the universe, not the metaverse, not the metaverse.
You was actually on a plane.
Yeah, I was on a real plane. This wasn't.
We're gonna have to start clarifying these nowadays.
Because like, all right, so say you're in the metaverse and you hop on a plane. Do you have to sit there in the real time of the flight until you get to where you're going?
But nigga, if you want to, I can just see niggas.
No, I heard
niggas
plane. Saying it. I heard you ain't getting on no plane. I heard it's like teleport.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, say like they go make. I guarantee they
but
gonna make that experience. They gonna be like,
yeah,
hey,
that's what I'm
hop on this
saying. I
plane
feel
for
like
2
they're
hours.
gonna. Yeah,
Be like,
that would be
hey,
so
niggas-
dumb. Why would I sit on my
play real
couch
flights for that,
to
real
be
price of flight.
on a plane in my goggles? Like, why?
bro? I'm telling you,
Why? If I want to catch a flight, I'm gonna pay $50, $60, or $150, however much it is, if I get it for the low in real life, and go catch me on a real flight and make my back hurt in real life.
Yeah, man. It's like, man,
like
it's like such opposite of what was the whole reason of even simulation. Like,
bro, just be ready to experience the most weirdest shit ever. Like, there's gonna be something where you're like, yo, what's the reason of this? And you're gonna see motherfuckers just in there like,
yeah, bro. Cool. Like, nigga,
I hope I can box niggas, because if I see somebody doing some dumb shit in there, I'm gonna box the shit out of them. Make them feel it in real life.
They're gonna go like this.
Then like, so what happens? Because you're not even holding a controller, right? So there's no like vibration to even simulate people.
Nah, there's vibration. You got a controller.
Oh yeah, controller.
2 of them, yeah.
Yeah, 2 of them, and then the thing, the goggle thing that goes over your head, so that shit vibrates too.
No, bro.
Which is kind of scary, because when you're playing like some combat game, if you dead get hit in your head, you dead feel that shit. It's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, you dead feel that.
It's funny because today I was like, yo, I just gotta go get an Oculus.
I might go get one.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie,
like,
but I'm not really pressed. But the day that niggas is able to do virtual reality Halo, that's the day I don't think I'm leaving the crib for like 3 days straight. I ain't gonna hold you.
You know they got Grand Theft Auto coming to that, the Oculus.
Oh yeah,
virtual
I know.
Grand Theft Auto. I think
that's gonna be wicked. That's gonna be wicked. But you heard what Mark said when he was playing Gran Turismo, nigga. Just playing Gran Turismo with the virtual reality shit on, scary enough.
So we just got to be prepared for some weird shit. Simple as that. It's going to be a lot of weird shit.
It's a fact. Yeah, man.
All right, yo. So we'll definitely see y'all. Hopefully everyone that's in there today comes back with us as we talk on the next episode.
Appreciate y'all.
Like I said, that's a story that you probably really don't want to miss, bro. It's quite interesting.
And shout out to all the fam. Shout out to all the fam in the chat. We appreciate.
Yeah, shout out to all the fam in the chat, bro.
For real.
Much love, fam.
Word to
Facts. Definitely have a women's episode coming up soon too. So and any ladies that if you want to be part of the conversation, let us know. We'll get you on here. You know,
more than welcome. You don't need to have experience. You just need to be open, and yeah, that's it.
That's right. All right, y'all.